Okay, so this is the OP7 Tholian Web scenario, or whatever it is. So I have a Vorcha with Martok on it, the Chitang with flagship Koloth and photon torpedoes, and a Vorcha with Galron on it. My first opponent is going to be, he's got the Voyager with, what do you have on there?
Picard, Transphasic Torpedoes, Dimitri, LaForge, Spock, and Chief Death.
Wow. And on your Kelvin?
Golden Cod, Botica, Tetraron Emissions, and Captured Intelligence.
Wow. So, yeah, this is going to be our Tholian Web. Never done this thing before. It looks pretty cool, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that's turn 1. My ship's just moved ahead 2. And then at the start of next turn, I guess the Tholian Web will grow. His ships, they move 1 move 5 forward, 1 move 6 forward. He's just gunning for me, and that's how it's looking. Okay, so that was incredible. That's turn 2. The 3 Klingon ships moved ahead as fast as they could. I was able to move ahead with the soft 3 and sensor echo right in front of the Voyager. The Voyager bumped into Galron's Vorcha. All 3 of my Klingon ships fired and were able to take out the Voyager. But Galron's Vorcha has 2 hits and a crit. The crit is communications failure. It doesn't really affect him much anyway. But yeah, that's how it's looking so far. And our Tholian Web is growing. Oh, my opponent forgot he had Chief Death. So it blew up, we thought. But then out of the explosion, he still survives. So he still has his ship. But now the Chief Death's gone. Okay, so that was a bloody round. The Voyager moved up and then fired transphasic torpedoes at the Vorcha with Martok, and he had Spock and other people bumping up things, so he got 10 hits out of those transphasic torpedoes. And there's nothing I can do. It was just instant death because I don't have hull shields and evade that add up to 10. So he just instantly destroyed me with a rear torpedo. Then Koloth on the Chitang fired his rear torpedo, the photon torpedo out the back, and destroyed the Voyager. And so he didn't have another Chief Death. So yeah, that's how it's looking right now. Looking pretty good. Okay, so at the end of this turn, we're about to put on some more Tholian Webs, but already I think he made what was that, a bad mistake or something?
Not a mistake, but
okay. Anyway, so I fired, the Vorcha fired, the Chitang just cloaked for free with flagship and re-enabled its torpedoes, and that's kind of all that's really happened. So yeah, he's down to 1 shield on that ship, but I think it's going to be destroyed by the web, but we'll find out. Okay, and I was surprised by his maneuver. He was able to turn. It was a red maneuver and not hit the web. He did very, very good. But then the Chitang fired and brought him within an inch of his life. He fired back, didn't hit the Chitang. But then the Vorcha, Galron got both those kills. Crazy eyes. So that's the end there. Okay, so here's my second battle. Once again, Martok on the Vorcha, Koloth with the photon torpedoes on the flagship Chitang, Klingon flagship, and then Galron on the Vorcha. And there's my setup. And then he's got Jean-Luc Picard on the independent flagship that gives him, what is that, evade? Oh no, sorry.
My bad.
Oh, it's the one that gives him battle station, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Federation flagship. Got it. So Picard, Spock, Tom Paris, Belena Torres, 2 transphasic torpedoes, 2 ablative armor. Wow. So it's a 1-ship Dreadnought. And yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Okay, so there's our first turn. My 3 ships did soft 2s, and a couple ships sensor echoed. Just narrowly missing is that web closes at the end of the turn. Same thing with him, and we're all ready for a fight here. Okay, so in that round, the first round of firing, no one got hit. Yes, he did get hit. The Voyager lost 3 shields. With all the Klingons firing, that's all that happened. He couldn't do the transphasic torpedoes because all my ships are cloaked, but now none of my ships are cloaked because we just all fired, and we'll see how this goes now. Okay, so it's quite a round of firing. Gowron has 3 hits on him and no shields. The Shatang and Gowron were able to fire and strip him of shields, and he's got 4 damage on him. And the only thing that saved him is the 1 hull point from the flagship. So he's got 1 hull point left, and this is how it's looking right now. The Voyager and the 3 Klingon ships are
letting it all hang out.
Let it all hang out. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that round I lost Gowron. He fired his transphasic torpedoes and blew the crap right out of them. Yeah, I can't even roll enough dice to avoid all the damage. Fired back and we destroyed all his ablative armor. So he's down.
By 1 again.
Yeah.
Did you get all these
He's
little pieces?
only got. Well, he's got more ablative armor, but anyway. Yeah, he could just fire like those things, and they just do so much damage to me. It's just incredible. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So he stripped my shields off. The Martok's Vorcha, my Tang wasn't able to fire. Yeah, that's how it went there. And I fired now, and he took two of his things off his ablative armor.
You get your zero on Voyager, it's done.
Right. Well, the Enterprise D is better then.
Yeah.
You should have taken the Enterprise D. Okay, so there.
I can't use these low.
Yeah. Martok stripped the last of his ablative armor off, but then at the end of the round, he got run over by the Tholian Web.
On this side.
And that's the end right there. So I lost Gowron, and he lost his 100-point Dreadnought.
Felt a little bit longer on one side.
Or was that 199?
99.
99. Okay.
99.
Okay, so here's my third and final round from Tholian Web. There's my ships again. This time my opponent has a sphere with, what do you have on the sphere?
2 Borg hull armors and a tactical drone.
And a what? Oh, tactical drone. Tactical drone, 2 ablative armor. And then he's got Hadaki fighters. And what does your...
Romulan pilot and cloaked mines.
Yeah, of course. So he's got the cloaked mines, he's got the sphere with 2 ablative armor. Yeah.
It's gonna sit on the cloaked mines.
Yes, there we go.
To get a defense.
Yeah, I know. That's no wonder you got to the 3rd round. That's a good fleet, man. Okay, so the end of turn 1. This is how it's looking. I just moved forward and sensor echoed a bit, and they moved forward a bit, and so it's looking. And the web started. Okay, so the fighters are down to 2. Whatever their things are, they've taken 2 damage by the 2 Vorches, and that's all that I was able to do. And then he got a console fire and structural damage on Gowron's Vorcha, and that's how it's looking so far. Okay, so that was quite an interesting round. The fighters were destroyed by the Vorches. I think Gowron finished off the last fighter. The Shatang destroyed the Apnex, and but the Borg ship fired and just nailed Martok's Vorcha for like 6 damage. I wasn't able to re-roll anything, so he's down to 1 hit point, and Galron's down to 3 hit points, and they're both nearing the mines, so it's not looking good in that way. I don't know if I can get out of the mines or not, but that's how it's looking. And the Borg sphere still has all his ablative armor, so I imagine it's just going to shoot the crap out of me and kill me now. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. Okay, so that's then the next round there. Martox went into the mines and blew up. I missed where I thought he was going to go falling back. He did not. He went forward. So people who keep saying that the Borg are so predictable, I'm not seeing that at all. But anyway. So Martok was destroyed by the mines, and then the Borg sphere shot Galron's Vorcha. So I lost 2, those are explosions, or 2 Vorchas, and now I just have the Shatang. And he's got still 2 ablative armor and all his shields. Yeah, it's not looking good for me. And he's still got the mines in the center while I'm close. Okay, so the Borg moved and nailed me for 1 damage. But that's how it's looking. Okay, so my Shatang moved over and fired and took a couple shields off. He's still got like 4 shields, still got like 2 ablative armor. There's no way I can win. I've only got 1 hull point left because I took a hit in the mines. And I think I'm going to die right now anyway. But I thought I'd die fighting like a Klingon. Anyway. Okay, the Klingons died fighting, but yeah, I didn't do anything at Sphere. I took 6 shields off it, but then it fired and destroyed me. So yeah, fighters, cloaked mines, and a Sphere, pretty amazing.
You're a jerk.
But
My last attack roll.
yeah, that's how that ends.